Here's the latest on Xtalks.com. The 10th Annual Life Sciences Ontario Policy Forum was held on December 4th. We are also coming close to the end of a decade, so Xtalks spoke with leading experts about what they believe to be the most groundbreaking discoveries in the life sciences industry over the past 10 years. Hello, I'm Mira Nabulsi, Multimedia Editor and Webinar Moderator for Xtalks.com, and welcome to this edition of Xtalks Vitals. Our featured webinar for this episode is the benefits of a seamless IRT and EDC integration in clinical trial execution. Click the link in the description below to register for this free webinar. LSO's annual policy forum hosted various talks from speakers with different backgrounds. Meadow Harbo is head of digitization at the City of Copenhagen, and she spoke about connected care. This talk touched many, one person being Sherry Teely from Novo Nordisk.
She was talking about, from my perspective, I call that connected care, which takes kind of all the smaller pieces of innovation that we're doing to improve healthcare for Canadians and puts them into a streamlined way to make it easy for patients to access their health at the right time, as well as for their caretakers and their physicians to be able to access their information at the right time and right place and give them the care that they need.
The University Health Network is one of Canada's top research hospitals based in Toronto. They have seen a lot of changes throughout the decade. But Sharan Isaacs, the Senior Director of UHN Connected Care, has a specific highlight that comes to mind.
I think if you look at the biggest accomplishment from University Health Network's perspective is engagement of our patients. Taking a patient-centered approach to our care has helped us to engage a new set of stakeholders. Before we would treat the patient. Now there are partners at the table helping to drive what the experience should look like. If you want to add to that, the whole opportunity around personalized medicine, looking at the individual, looking at them as a whole person, understanding their complex needs, and tailoring our medical interventions to that is, I think, where we're headed into the future. There'll be technology and partnerships that will come together to support that, but having that personalized medicine focus and having our patient partners at the table are the two key ingredients, and I think the innovation that will drive us into the future.
Andrea Palmer, CEO and founder of Awake Labs, believes a lot has happened in the past 10 years that can really build on what could happen in years to come. Here's what she had to say.
There are pilots going on around the world in different cities where they're sharing data between health providers, that the data privacy mechanisms are in place to make sure that people can't see records who shouldn't be seeing them. And that's really fundamental to be able to then use that data to be able to improve clinical outcomes and insights.
When we asked Malcolm Campbell, Vice President of Research at University of Guelph, what he believed was the most groundbreaking thing to happen in the life sciences, he said he had quite an unusual answer.
And I think the biggest accomplishment that's been made over the course of the last decade is really the precision by which we are able to do life sciences. So whether you're talking about CRISPR on the one hand, that is enabling us to be more precise in genetic modification, or whether you're talking about the application of very large amounts of data to make better decisions, more informed decisions using machine learning, artificial intelligence, to have what I would describe as precision medicine, but for that matter, precision anything that has to do with life sciences.
Finally, Dan Sinai, a technology expert and one of the panelists in the Big Data talk at the LSO event, believes computing power is the most important development in the field.
There's been lots of really great accomplishments by a lot of great scientists in terms of discovery in that. But I think underlying all that is the access to computing power. I say that the biggest, discovery or input or contribution that we made to life science is really around the computer, around the high performance computing and the access that we have now globally to be able to bring data in and to actually crunch the data that we need to drive insights.
A lot has happened over the past 10 years. What you saw and heard is only a fraction of those changes and developments. But a new era is around the corner, which means more groundbreaking discoveries have yet to be discovered and revealed. Subscribe to the Xtalks YouTube channel by clicking the subscribe button below, and visit xtalks.com for more information on the story and our featured life sciences webinar for this episode, the benefits of a seamless IRT and EDC integration in clinical trial execution. Click the link in the description below to register for this free webinar.